There is a gap between what the Parliament has just done, and it's done it comprehensively, and that was going to happen. But public opinion polls put the public opinion anything up to 80% against this bailout fund. So there is that gap. But Angela Merkel has said, and it's the one thing she has been is consistent, is that they will support Greece. They'll keep going. That they don't want it out of the euro and eurozone, and that this bailout fund is a very necessary step. But as you said, you flagged earlier, clearly the big question now is this now going to be leveraged up to $2 trillion? And if so, where is that money coming from and who's going to pay?
Now, Chancellor Merkel is saying this is all about Germany demonstrating its determination to save the euro. This is all about appearances more than anything else, isn't it?
Well, it's more than appearances in a sense. I mean, her political capital was certainly on the line today because within her own party, because the opposition was always going to support this measure largely anyway. It was really a test of her support within the party, and that seems to have gotten through okay. We're still waiting for the actual breakdown of how many rebels were within her own camp, but so far so good for her. But yeah, this is very much more than just window dressing for her, because really what she says is this is the fundamental crunch time for Europe, and that if this stability fund wasn't approved and that they couldn't go ahead with this, and remember Germany is providing half of the money here, then where to next for Greece? They certainly can't borrow money on the open market. They would be left stranded, and then this whole crisis would take another deep dive.
And Phil, you just mentioned there the potential political toll this may take on Angela Merkel, because all members of the coalition were not supporting this measure, and she could really emerge weakened from this, couldn't she?
That's right, and that was the big risk that she posed, and that's where we simply don't know the answer to that yet, exactly how many rebels there were. That's still all being sort of counted up as we speak right now. This has only just happened. Yeah, but no, she did put it on the line. She seems to have won and got through, but it's a very, very difficult battle, given that the gap between public opinion and the lawmakers is ever widening. People are incredibly angry that they are continually propping up the Greeks and other economies potentially, and they wonder, well, where does all this stop? You know, how long are we told this is bailout fund number 1, this is number 2, is there a 3, is there a 4, and how long can we go digging into our pockets to save those that really many in Germany now regard shouldn't be saved?
And Phil, what's the feeling where you are in England and more broadly in the UK? A lot of people there are obviously sceptical about this.
Yes, they are, and the Eurosceptics, of course, are saying, well, we told you so, and we've been telling you so for 20 years, this would never work. And you know, some of them are quite chuffed with the way things are going. They say it proves what they'd said all along. But of more concern, of course, is the economies. I mean, Britain is not isolated from Europe. It's deeply enmeshed. If the eurozone has serious troubles, then Britain has serious troubles also. And there is this new proposal from the European Commission, from Jose Manuel Barroso just yesterday, that a new tax be levied on all bank transactions throughout Europe. Well, what's that for? Most people in Britain here see that is about propping up the eurozone, so Britain's outside of that, and they're saying, hang on, we haven't made a mistake, we stuck with the pound, and now you're asking us to contribute enormously to that, because, of course, the City of London, of course, produces enormous turnover and would be paying huge amounts of that tax.
OK, Phil Williams in London, thanks very much.
Thank you.